Good morning, guys. My name is Jeff Reese. I have been on staff here for almost 13 years. My wife and I started attending church here in 1992, so we've been around Sunset for a while. I stole Miss Betty's chair. She's not even in here to know that, is she? I don't have a background in ministry at all. I started my career at Walmart as an assistant manager. Used to work at Sears. I've worked in wholesale and sales management, and so I know a whole lot more about OSHA than I do Matthew. So almost 13 years ago, the minister at the time, Dan Rouse, asked me to go to lunch one day and said, "Hey, we think we want you to come work for the church." I said, "I think you got the wrong guy." I said, "I'm not a minister." And he said, "Well, we know that, but we need somebody to do the finance and facilities part of our church." And I said, "I still think you got the wrong guy. I still cuss when I hit my thumb." And he said, "No, we can work around that. It's okay." And so that began a journey for me some almost 13 years ago. And I have to be honest with you, in those early years, for a long time actually, when people would say, "What do you do?" I would say, "Well, I'm the administrator." And they say, "Oh, well, you're a minister then." And I'd say, No, I'm the administrator." And I drew a big distinction there because I didn't at that time, I really wasn't probably, I guess, mature enough to see the connection between a gift of administration and what I saw that our pulpit guy did or our youth guy or something like that. So it's been a number of years that I've hopefully grown a little bit into that role, understanding stewardship a little bit better, understanding a ministry of administration. We've got a big campus here. We've got a lot of people. We've got a lot of carpet. We've got a lot of walls. When you look at the church, school, missions, preschool budget on an annual basis, this is over a $5 million a year operation. And there's a lot of small businesses that's not that big. This place goes nearly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And praise God, we wear the carpet out every day. Okay. So I tell you that story just so that as you move from this place on, or even while you're here, that you have a little better grasp of how I try to approach my job. What I see my role here on staff is to provide the structure by which the other parts of ministry can happen. If youth comes in and needs to use a van, but we don't have a van that's safe, gassed up, got good tires, is clean, we have good insurance on it, etc., then we're not able to do some part of youth ministry. If when you come up here, this speaker microphone doesn't work, then we're not able to really do a good job within ministry. So the ministry of administration, that's what I've tried to kind of grow into. I pray frequently that God will help me see the difference between the business of the church and the church's business. And those are two different things, clearly. You know, what I do with copiers and insurance companies and carpet, it'd be really easy for me to get hung up on those things and not really why we're doing what we're doing, okay? So with that in mind, I'm going to go through some stuff with you this morning. Frequently, this is called the rules talk. And I think that we should rename it, Pat. If we can get with Charles and others, we could rename this maybe the stewardship talk or something like that, maybe. I do have a Darth Vader mask and voice changer thing, but the batteries are low, so I didn't bring that this morning. And usually when I'm doing these rules, it comes a little better when you hear the Darth Vader voice. It says, "Patrick, I am your father." But my batteries are low, so I didn't bring that with me this morning. So I am going to go through some stuff, and I want you to pay particular attention. I know I'm no Ed Horton, clearly, but we are going to have a test when this is over. I'm not kidding. We really are going to have a test when this is over, so pay attention. I'm going to put emphasis on certain words that you'll want to recall here in a few minutes. Where's Speedy? Okay, well, watch my time for me, Speed. Am I okay? Do what? Okay, cool, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go through some things. We'll call them rules, but really I'd rather you think of this as stewardship. of God's assets that we are entrusted with here at Sunset. Tim Kennard, I need you and Rebecca Garnett to come up here with me, please. These guys have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Okay, girls, this is going to be your female representative. Boys, this is going to be your male representative. Okay, so here in a few minutes, these guys are going to help me with the testing part of this. Okay, so I'm going to go through this, and then y'all are going to help. Hey, come on, Tim, work with me here. All right, baby. All right, so here we go. I am going to read these so that I stay on track. I tend to ramble sometimes. And again, we are testing after this, so pay attention. All right. Thank you for being here. You have all made and are making sacrifices and commitments to get here and stay here, and we recognize that and want to appreciate you for that. When you add up all the different people that are here on a daily basis, including SIBI, AIM, the preschool, the church staff, etc., there are often over 200 people in this building. So we've got to really work together in partnership to be good stewards of this, everybody stay safe, and we share the space well. There are some rules and guidelines that we need to follow to maintain a safe, orderly, and healthy environment. Leadership expect and rely on your efforts and support to help keep this building clean, uncluttered, picking up trash, setting up rooms, putting things back where they belong. There are areas that we need extra help with. The church offices. These become just a central focus point of everything that happens, and they can get loud and busy in a hurry. So be mindful of that. When you come in and you're all excited to see someone, I may be in the office right next door doing next year's budget. Okay, so just be mindful of the fact that there's a whole lot going on in there. Kitchens. We've got lots of kitchens around here. We do lots of ministry from those kitchens. I like to eat. You like to eat, and so we have kitchens. But if you're in there getting ice while our funeral meal ministry is in there doing their thing, it's not going to go over so well, because those ladies and those folks have a routine, and you in there getting a cup of ice is really throwing them off their routine. The auditorium. Let's talk a little bit about the auditorium. The auditorium is not a place to eat in. It's not a place to pray in. It's not a place to go in there and take a nap in. Now, when I say all that, please, let's put this in some context. When we fire the lights up in there, it's a lot of power, and it takes a lot of juice to run that place. So 2 people or 6 people going in there for a little small group discussion doesn't make sense. It's not good stewardship. You need to find a much smaller room, a hallway outside or something else, instead of firing up the whole auditorium to do that. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me talk about our staff for just a second while we're here. We have 2 full-time janitors and a couple of part-time janitors. And this place literally almost runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that is why when we say you're expected to help with chairs, tables, trash, vacuums, and all that kind of stuff, you don't pay a tuition really to be here, so how do we, because we could hire more janitors if we did that. So you're part of the solution. That's why everybody is divided up into teams, and that's how we get it done. That's how we tackle everything, okay? Signs, flyers, notes, reminders, your garage sale, your whatever it may be, should not be taped, pinned, stapled to the walls. You can just imagine what this place would look like if every time somebody had something they wanted to notice, they would just start randomly putting it all over the place. We've got bulletin boards that are designated for that. We can show you where those are. There's one across from the offices. There's a key one in the hallway, the stairwell. So there's places that's for. If you tape up something advertising your bunk bed for sale, I promise I'll walk down the hall, pull it down off the wall, and throw it away, and I won't think twice about it. Okay? That's the Darth Vader part of this. If we run rampant like that, it's just going to get out of hand. Okay? So there's designated places to do that stuff. Okay? If you don't know where, you can check with the office. I want you to think about yourself when you've lost a loved one or a friend and you're at a church for a funeral. That's a pretty serious, somber moment. And then I want you to contrast that with our normal daily life running around here doing school. Y'all have fun. You're doing what you do. And you're horsing around in a foyer, and here's a family that's here for a worst moment of their life, doing a funeral. So we'll try to always let you know there's a funeral going on or coming today so that you can just kind of have that little extra reminder in the back of your mind, hey, here's a family at a really bad day. Let's be a little more serious and somber and quiet. Go outside and horse around if you want to, but let's be respectful of those folks. Eating areas. This is a big deal with me. There's some areas we've set up for eating. The flag room kitchen is one. The area outside 212 is another. Downstairs by the annex, we've set up some tables and chairs for there. Your classroom that you're in, those are good places to eat. The flag room kitchen, the area outside 212, downstairs by the annex where those green tables and chairs are, your classroom. Those are good places to eat. The foyer is a horrible place to eat. The auditorium is a horrible place to eat. The main kitchen is a horrible place to eat. The reason is you're going to conflict with something else that's going on, or these areas are really not set up for us to be able to clean up and maintain. Let me give you another scenario about eating. Let's say you and y'all are divided up into area church, and your area church group decides, hey, we're going to have our meeting, and we're going to go get Taco Villa, and we're going to slip into this classroom and have our meeting, and you wipe the table down real carefully, and you throw everything in the trash, and you leave, and you think, we have done a good job. And our cleaning staff's already cleaned that room, and that room now sits until the following Sunday, and it's 100 degrees outside, and some poor, unsuspecting Bible class teacher walks in now a week later, and she walks into a room that we've not heated or cooled for a week, and it smells like Taco Bell that just blew up. Now, you wipe the table down, you put it in the trash, but think that through for a second, okay? That just isn't going to work. All right, so when we say just don't go grab a classroom and do that, understand why. This is just stuff we've experienced for years, okay? We have a process for room reservations. If you need to know what that is, you can go downstairs to the church office staff and they'll take care of that for you. Please don't assume it's okay to move anything around. Pat, if I went downstairs to the AIM room and needed your sound system and pulpit and went up to another room, used it, and didn't return it, what would happen to you when you walk in the next morning? That'd be a big deal, right? Don't assume you can move anything around. Ask, okay? Thank you for that. That really helps a lot. This building locks down at 9 o'clock, all right? 9 o'clock. There are reasons for that. We may even start closing it sooner than that. In the very, very near future, you'll be issued either a 4-digit code or a swipe card, even to get into buildings certain times. This is coming soon. Okay, and that leads me to my next point. This building is not secure. Don't assume that it is. If I walk down, and some of you that's been around for a while know that I'll do this. If I walk down the main hallway and you have set your backpack down and run into the ladies' restroom, and I walk down the hallway, and your backpack is sitting there in the hallway, I may pick it up and go to my office with it, just to make the point that that's how fast that happens. Most of our crime around here inside the building is a crime of opportunity. It's not a crime where somebody comes and kicks the door in and shatters glass and has a crowbar and they're picking a safe. It's a crime of opportunity where somebody comes in off the street, they walk by, there's a person attended, they pick it up, and they go down the hallway. And when confronted, they'll say, oh, I thought this was my wife's. I'm sorry. That's how it happens. Somebody lost a backpack recently with a computer in it. How long ago has that been? Didn't you lose a backpack?
I think I did, but years ago.
Years ago. Sorry. The library. Let's talk about the library for a second as I refer to the building not being secure. You're in the library, you got your nice, brand new $2,000 laptop, your brand new Bible that's just been engraved from mom and dad for you to come, and you get up and go to the bathroom. Ding. Now, I wish it were otherwise, and that's part of the reason why we're moving to trying to make this building a little more locked down. But just understand, your ladies especially, your purse, your backpack, and while you've got that stuff outside in your car, it should not be visible. Again, it's a crime of opportunity. It takes somebody who knows what they're doing less than 30 seconds to break the glass out of your car, grab it, and go. I can do it with a screwdriver and blow your mind. It's just that fast, okay? So make sure when stuff's in your car, it's out of sight, it's in the trunk. If possible, it's covered up with your jacket, something like that. I'm going to have to hurry. Children or childlike behavior is inappropriate. I cracked my ribs wrestling with the youth minister one time in the hallway, so I am the prime example of childlike behavior. I understand that. So just we all remind each other, childlike behavior in the building is inappropriate. Hacky sack belongs outside. Bicycles belong outside. If you forgot your lock, holler at me and I'll loan you a lock, but bicycles go outside, period. Okay? I don't need the grease from that, the mud from that. I don't need you running into the walls. I don't need somebody saying, well, her bicycle came in, so I'm going to bring my bicycle in, and I got 10 bicycles in the building. They go outside, okay? Parking is where? Across the street, 35th Street, okay? Over by the bus. I will embarrass you, okay? Right, Pat? I will embarrass you. I will say, is your leg broken today? Did Mr. Spear give you a special pass? What's the deal there? All right. On Sundays and Wednesdays, you need to act as if we have company coming. The church family is coming together. Our visitors, our guests are coming together to be the body. All right. And I'm not saying on Monday afternoon when y'all are here, it's not. But just run that through that filter of when you were back at your home church and somebody was coming on Sunday and Wednesday, you put your best foot forward. When you were growing up, Mom always said, clean your room. Why? Do I have to clean my room, Mom? Well, company's coming. Okay? So that means what the Sundays and Wednesdays we need to do. Benevolence. Somebody's asking you for food money, gas money. I need to pray with somebody is code for, can I have $5 for a hamburger? That's the jaded Jeff Reese after 13 years. That doesn't always mean that somebody doesn't really want to pray. I need to speak with the pastor. Doesn't always mean I need $5 for a hamburger. But it can mean that. Girls especially, be careful. Here's the 2 words that I want you to remember regarding benevolence. Be aware. Be aware. All right? We've had aimers, girls. One time we had 2 girl aimers decide that they met somebody on a bus and they were going to go help them do a Bible study. And so these 2 girls ride on a bus to meet a guy somewhere to do a Bible study. Well, I flipped out. Okay? Don't do that. Be aware. Selling things. When you want to sell something here, you decide you're going to raise some money for your next deal and you're going to make burritos and come up here and sell them, you jeopardize the church's nonprofit tax status. I could talk for a couple of days about that. I won't do that. Just understand that losing the church's nonprofit tax status is huge. It just is unacceptable. We can't even do that. So don't make something to sell. If you need to do a fundraiser, come see me. We'll talk about what you can and can't do. But understand that that's a huge deal for us to lose our nonprofit tax status. All right? So I should have had the Darth Vader voice. I can tell. I lost a few of you. Kind of got eyes glazed over. Now you know why this is the rule speech. Okay, here we're going to do the test now. Everybody ready? Okay. Girls are going to go first. There are rewards for correct answers. Girls get chocolate. Boys get dum-dums.
I get all the dum-dums?
Okay, so here's the way this is going to work. I'm going to read it out. We'll start with the girls. I'm going to read it out. You're going to recognize whoever's got their hand up. We're going to do this in an orderly fashion. And then you're going to go let them pick some chocolate for correct answers. And we'll go to the boys. And we'll try to be through in 4 minutes, which ain't going to happen, Speedy, by the way. Okay, I got to find my test questions. Here we go. Ready? All right, girls first. True or false, girls? Leadership expects your efforts and support to help maintain the Sunset facilities. You're going to have to be quicker than that, Miss Garnett.
They all yelled at the
Well, they got to raise their hand. I said orderly. Okay, boys. Ready? You ready?
I was born ready.
All right, baby, here we go. When you add everyone up, how many are in the Sunset building on any given day?
First hand Luke.
200. Correct answer. How many of you come from a church smaller than 200? Okay, so your church is here every day. Think about that. All right? That's why we're wearing the carpet out. Okay, girls. Oh, I didn't do this one. I forgot. Sorry, this will be a Gibby. This will be a freebie. Ready? Okay. How can we do this? Here's the answer. So you're just going to figure out what you want to do. Our average, I didn't say this, I'm sorry. Our average monthly electric bill in the summer. Our average electric monthly bill in the summer. See, I didn't give you the answer earlier. Okay, you ready? You're just going to have to do something. I don't know, make something up. $5,000. See, there you go, $5,000. $5,000. Does that blow your shorts up? Okay. So, that's a lot of money, huh? So when I say check the thermostat on your way out, when I say turn the lights out on your way out, you'll know why. Your mama would say, were you raised in a barn? Yeah? Okay, you're not paying the bills, somebody else is. You don't think about that stuff. $5,000 is a lot of money. Okay. Boys. Fill in the blank. Okay? Please don't blank. It's okay to move things around. Okay. Thanks, Tim. Be a little more assertive there, Tim. Okay. All right, girls, you get 3 in a row. Okay? You ready? You have to be quick here, girl. All right. Name 3 locations. So 3 different girls, 3 different answers. Name 3 locations it's not okay to eat your lunch. Okay. Yell. There you go. Those are all 3 correct. Not okay to eat. Auditorium, foyers, and main kitchen. That's right. And why not in the main kitchen? Because when the funeral meal people in there, you're going to drive them nuts. Okay. Boys. Ready? True or false? There is a process for room reservations.
True.
Okay. This is an orderly thing here. Okay, hurry, Tim. Another one for the boys. True or false? Ready? The building locks down at 10:02 p.m. We totally lost the orderly thing.
I got the TJ. Attaboy.
All right. Okay, one more for the boys. True or false? True or false? Boys, this building is not secure.
Nathan Clark.
Okay, girls. This is a good one for the girls especially. Girls, what 2 words did I ask you to remember regarding benevolence?
Carrie Ann. Be aware.
Yatta, girl. You're going to have to run now.
Always pick the front row.
Yeah, Tim says always pick the front row. Okay, boys. Where is student parking? Okay, good. Girls. This is a 3-word answer. This is a 3-word answer. Selling things for your personal benefit can jeopardize what for the church?
Tabitha. Church tax exemption.
Nonprofit tax exemption. We'll give her that. Okay, good. Okay, boys. Fill in the blank. Well, no, it's not fill in the blank. It's a 1-word answer. Who is coming on Sundays and Wednesdays? Company, family, guests. We'll give them that. They're paying attention. They got the idea. Okay, girls. Y'all get the eating thing. I don't know what's up with that. Girls, name 3 locations that it is okay to eat in. Girls. Flagram Kitchen. Your own classroom. What was the third one? Girls, one more answer. Miss Garnett, are you with me here?
Yes, downstairs by the annex.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Boys, true or false? It's okay to tape party invitations to the hallway walls. Some of these are a little easy, huh? Okay, here we go. Last 2 questions, Speedy. I'm a little over. Sorry, bud. Okay, last 2 questions. Ready? Girls, Gerald Payton recently celebrated what birthday?
Bailey?
Attaboy. Here, where'd Payton go? I didn't ask you to speak. No. Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, liar. Okay, boys. True or false?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm so ready. Get it.
Ready? Okay, here we go.
You ready?
I don't know. Final question. Jeff Reese, regarding Jeff Reese, his bark is worse than his bite. Pat.
Pat Schaefer.
Okay, guys, thanks for playing along. I wanted to end this a little bit jovial. I do sound like Darth Vader, pure, just rules. This is how we work together as a family. You know, when your mom said pick up your room, when your mom said company's coming, when your mom said I'm not, your mom's not here to pick up after you. All these things, kind of like the things I learned in kindergarten. This is how we get along. This is how we make this place work. I sincerely appreciate all of that from you. The church and school staff work very well together and have for a long time. Okay, these prizes will be up here for you to grab something on your way out if you see something you like. Speedy, I'm sorry I'm over.